Hey everyone, RJ here with CV Tech, and in today's video I'll be giving you the perks of using the iPhone SE in 2019. Let's get it started. Okay, so the first part that I want to hit on is the iPhone SE's performance. Now this phone came out in early 2016 running Apple's A9 chip with 2 gigabytes of RAM, and over the past a little over 3 years, the performance is holding up very, very well. All apps work just fine. You can play any game basically that you want to play on this phone without any hiccups, any issues whatsoever. Of course, it may not be as fast as the new iPhones in opening the game, but as far as performance goes, this one right here is going to, do just fine. The second perk that I want to hit on is how compact this phone is. Okay, this is a phone here with a 4-inch display. It's got those huge bezels on top and the bottom, which really don't bother me in the least, but it's super compact, and you can put this in your pocket and just completely forget it's there. Front pocket, back pocket, side pocket, shirt pocket, like this right here, and it's comfortable. It's not heavy. A shirt pocket, it just fits right in there, and the compactness of this phone makes it just, I don't know, super easy to use. I mean, unless you got really, really big hands. I mean, this phone here, I got smaller hands, and it's very easy to type one-handed, do just about anything one-handed with the iPhone SE. And to me, that is a very big perk here, because there's really not a phone around this compact that packs the performance this phone does, which makes it a very good perk, in my opinion, using this phone here in 2019. Now, the third perk I want to hit on is the iPhone SE's cameras. And this basically goes out to those who like to vlog, do YouTube. This is a very good phone still that will, make good content, create good videos, be a good vlogging camera. So that's the third perk, is if you like to vlog a lot. If you like to walk around with your phone, and you're just, talking to the camera, you're walking around. It's so compact, it's very easy to hold this phone with one hand without the fear of dropping it. It feels super stable in your hand because it is so small. And, the cameras are really good on here. The front camera does a really good job with video. The rear camera is the same way, especially with focusing and everything. May not have optical image stabilization, nothing like that, but as far as holding the phone, it feels super stable. It don't feel like a huge brick in your hand. If you're trying to use a great big phone like this right here, you're gonna be noticed a whole lot more than if you use an iPhone SE. It's very easy to just kind of like cover up and just walk around. You're doing your vlogging thing. You know what I'm saying? So the iPhone SE is really good for those who want to vlog and just use this phone for YouTube in general. Now, the fourth perk I want to hit on is the iPhone SE's cameras just in general. Now, this phone's over 3 years old, and the cameras still do a very, very good job recording, taking pictures. Even the front camera, being a 1.2 megapixel in good lighting, can still take really good pictures, regardless of what anybody says. Just my personal opinion. Now, of course, it's not going to measure up to a new iPhone or the new Galaxies or whatever the case may be, but for a phone over 3 years old, it can record in 4K, 30 frames per second, 1080p, 60 frames, 30 frames, and so on and so forth. And a lot of my videos are done with the iPhone SE. A lot of live streams that I've done is from the iPhone SE, and it looks really good, especially at nighttime as well. Does a very, very good job. And so, yeah, I would say that the cameras still hold up very well in 2019 on the iPhone SE. Of course, it is falling behind a little bit with these newer devices. It's kind of overlooked and like, yeah, whatever. It's not the greatest, but it's still good in my personal opinion. If you ask me what a good small compact phone is with the best camera, the iPhone SE has it. Now, the fifth perk I want to hit on was the battery life on the iPhone SE. Now, on the earlier versions of iOS, now if I've said Android anywhere in this video, I apologize. I don't do iPhone videos very much, so whenever I'm trying to think of iOS and Android, it kind of comes out. It may come out as Android, but I mean an iOS, and y'all know that, so yeah, anyway. But the battery life used to be great. On iOS 9, this was a man, battery life was phenomenal. And maybe even on iOS 10, it done really good. But after 11, after 12, and that's when we get iOS 13, I got a feeling the battery life is going to tank on this phone. It is already on iOS 12. But we know Apple, they say it don't or whatever. But in my personal opinion, they won't. In my opinion, they just purposely degrade the batteries on these older iPhones, make you buy newer iPhones. Just my personal opinion. If you agree, cool. If you don't, I really don't care. Just my thoughts, in my opinion. The battery life though is still pretty decent. It's not the greatest. Like moderate usage might get you through a day if you're lucky, and you got over 95% battery capacity left. But the battery used to be good. It's still decent, but it could be better. So that's kind of a perk and a con now with the newer iOS versions coming out. So I thought I'd kind of throw that out there as a perk. Was the battery was good at one point and is still decent now. Perk number 6 is the design. I love the design of the iPhone SE, the 5S, and the 5. I love how this phone looks. The space gray on the SE. To me, it can't be matched. It can't be beat. It just looks really good. The black on top and bottom with this space gray here and the all black front with the the space gray here on the sides. Some will say that the SC design is dated, and while it is dated, it still holds up and it's aged very, very well. Just my personal opinion. It's aged very well. I love the design of it. I love how it feels in the hand. I just love the design and the build of the iPhone SE. And the 5 was the same way. The 5S was the same way. But I just love the design of this phone. Touch ID. Yes, Touch ID. I love Touch ID. They need to bring that back in some form, fashion, way, whatever. They need to bring that Touch ID back somehow, whether it be in screen or whether it be maybe had Touch ID on the back Apple logo, which would be awesome. But give us something more than just, Face ID. A lot of us still like Touch ID. I'm one of them. But I love the design of the SE. I wish if they made an iPhone SE 2, it had the same design, just a bit bigger, maybe more screen real estate. That would be awesome. But I don't see that happening, but hey, we can all wish, can't we? And the last and final perk that I want to hit on right now, I know this video is dragging out longer than I wanted it to, but overall price of this phone now you can get really cheap. Go on Amazon, go on eBay. You can find these for, depending on what storage model you want. If you want a 32 gigabyte, 64, 128, if you want an unlocked variant, T-Mobile variant, whatever the case may be, the prices is going to vary. Now, if you want a fully unlocked from factory with max storage, you're going to pay probably still $200 plus for iPhone SE. But overall, you can buy these phones in good condition, or excellent condition, refurbished, $100. And in my opinion, it's still worth every penny of whatever you pay for an iPhone SE. It's going to get iOS 13. The app support will last at least a couple of years. After that, the phone may get slower, of course, as time progresses. But overall, the SC is just a great buy in 2019. I don't care if it did come out over 3 years ago. It's held up very well. I got a feeling that it would hang with a lot of newer Android devices, even maybe some newer higher end, maybe not like the top flagship models, but I got a feeling that in overall performance and just usability, it would still hang. It would still do a very good job, even though, the screen is small at 4 inches, it is smaller. It is, getting harder and harder, with the apps the way that they are. But the phone still works flawlessly well. This is the Metro PCS version, or Metro by T-Mobile version that I have right here. And it's fully unlocked. Use it on Verizon, T-Mobile, whatever carrier I want to use it on. I pretty much can. Now, as far as Boost Mobile or Sprint, it's missing a few bands, so it may not work too good on there. But for every other carrier, it works fine. So yeah, if you want an unlocked version with max, internal storage, then it might cost you a bit more, but I think it's well worth the money still for all those reasons that I mentioned. And I can't say that much bad about it. So if you found this video helpful and informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions or comments you may have, leave it down below. I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that bell for notifications for further videos like this. That would be appreciated. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.